Okay, so this is like a beginner's guide to Guardians of the Galaxy. If you just want to have a decent game for like a tournament, or you just want to start playing a little bit better and you don't know how to play the game, either because you're new to pinball or you just don't know this game very well. Basically, you want to steer clear of Sanctuary. That's that one. You don't want to play that. You don't want to play this. Escape Killing. And you probably don't want to play Sibling Rivalry. At least not till you get to Cherry Bomb Multiball. Once you start getting to Cherry Bomb Multiball, you're probably good enough that you can play however you feel like playing, I guess. I usually start with Antique Shop. Right now I have Groot deactivated, which is kind of how it's most often. A lot of times they're gonna do that in tournaments just so it plays the same for everyone. But if you are playing against someone in a tournament, even when it is activated, if they lock a ball in there, it's gonna be patrol lock anyway. So it's not a bad idea to get used to that. I like to start with that one. The way that one works is you score on orb, and there's one other shot on the playfield that's lit, and every time you hit it, it moves somewhere else. So if I hit that left ramp, it's gonna move to this right ramp, and then if I hit that, it's gonna go there, and I think it goes here. The other way you can score is with switch hits, and that's basically anything that registers, basically anything. For every 20 switch hits, it counts as a shot, so putting it in the pop bumpers can be a good way to finish the mode. Yaka Arrow, the other one you want to focus on. Those are probably the main two. I usually like to take this into Groot Multiball. The way this one works is the Yaka shot's always lit. And then you start off with the Groot shot lit. Once you hit that, it goes away. The other way you can score is you can put the ball in the pop bumpers, and every time it goes up in the pop bumpers, it counts as one shot. Not every pop, but every time it goes up in the pop bumpers. So if it goes up there and rattles around like 10 times, you only get one. But if it rattles around there and then goes up above the lanes and then falls back down in there, then you'll get two. Every time it gives you one shot there, it also lights another shot on the playfield. So if you put it up there in the pop bumpers, I think the ramp is lit or the orbit's lit. But every time you do that, it lights another shot. And you can get up to 5 shots up in the pop bumpers, and then there's this and whatever else is lit. The other one you're going to want to focus on, especially if you're a beginner, is Quill's Quest. The way that one works is the scoop is always lit, and then there's 2 other shots on the playfield that are lit, and every time you hit a shot, the other 2 shots move around, but this one is always lit. The first time you play it, it's going to be a 2-ball multi-ball. And if I play orb, I usually like to play nowhere, because that's a decent way to finish that. And if I get to Groot a second time, I play Pod Chase. A lot of times, if you're not sure which one to play, Pod Chase isn't a bad one to choose just because it has a long timer. So you can concentrate on just finishing the mode or getting to a multi-ball because you got plenty of time. Nothing stops the timers on this game. I'm going to start now. On each ball, I try to get at least one ball locked into Groot if I can. That was a tough bounce. Oh well, maybe next time. But I got one Groot lock, so there's that. I'm kind of close to it. I didn't do that good on the mode. But hopefully by ball 3, I'll be, like if I don't have a really good ball 2, I'll at least be close to something on ball 3. We'll see. Too bad, that was a good shot. Went comes out of orb, bumping the machine forward is not a bad idea. You don't always know how it's going to come out of the orb, so. And if I'm a beginner and I'm playing a tournament, I'm probably just going to try and finish this. That's where the smart money is. Don't worry, like if you're new, I wouldn't worry too much about the secondary modes to start with. Once you get a little bit better, you might want to focus on those a bit more. They can be pretty lucrative. I'm going to try and take Yaka Arrow into multiball. There we go. So when I'm playing this with Yaka Arrow, I like to keep letting balls drain during the ball stage because I keep getting points every time it goes up into the pop numbers. So that the game I have going right now is already good enough to win a lot of times in tournaments, especially against somebody who doesn't know the game very well. One thing to remember, the reason you want to finish the modes is because your end of ball bonus is a lot more lucrative, and you can actually look at it in the info. Right now I have it up to almost 29 million. If I hit this one more time, that'll add one more bonus multiplier where it says Guardians of the Galaxy and it's flashing there, that rectangle right there. Every time you spell Guardians, it adds another playfield multiplier, or it adds another bonus multiplier, I should say. So now, I don't remember how close I am to orb. I think I'm close. I think I might have 2 locks. Yeah. So I'm going to do nowhere and try to get the orb multi-ball. There we go. The way this mode works is the orbits. That's those outer shots. Those are lit the whole time. And when you start off with the ramps lit, but those go away if you hit them. Oh, that was terrible. Well, this has gone disastrously. Come on, get in the scoop. Huh, it's not working. Usually that works pretty good. I don't know why it's not working. During this mode, if you hit it in the scoop, which I still have not done, it lights up all the shots. Get in there. It's just not going to work. Okay, whatever. Alright, now all the shots are lit, but almost out of time anyway. Let's get that. Oh, that counted, right? I think that counted. Alright, cool. So I've got 3 modes finished. So now, I can either try and get close to Groot and then play Pod Chase, or I can do Quill's Quest. I'm already close to Groot, so I'll probably do that instead. Alright. So now we'll do Pod Chase. And it's kind of sitting in that little weird. There we go. The thing with Pod Chase is it starts off with the two ramps lit, but if you hit it and scoop, then it lights all the shots. No, that's not bad. Just don't get credit for that. I finished the mode right there. So when you finish 4 modes, then that lights cherry ball, multi-ball. Oh. Okay. That thing I did right there, where if you see these circles, those are two times multipliers. That makes the shots work twice as much. If you're new, I won't worry that much about them, but like it's a good thing to know if you're trying to get grand champion on the machine. Hey, there we go, just like I planned. Alright. So the way Cherry Bomb works is it's just a timed multi-ball. And after you hit every shot at least once, that's what lights the super jackpot, which is the big shot. The trick to making this easier is to try and not only hit this shot, but hit Hadron enforcer targets. Work is like, if you hit all 5 of them, you get 3 free shots that way. And for this mode, it gives you credit for shots going left or right for the ones you haven't already hit. Okay. Oh wow, 502. That's a pretty decent cherry bomb. More than double my score. Now I've got 4 modes finished, so if we look at the instant info, we can see the bonuses. Right now my bonus is going to be 123 million. That's because I finished 4 modes. So that's why you want to get good at finishing modes in this game, because the end of all bonus, I mean, that's going to put me at what, $1 billion? So I guess for a beginner, the next one I'm going to do is Quill's Quest. A lot of times I like to do that in the middle of a ball because it's not just nice to have a ball saver in the middle of a ball. It's also a good one to play after antiques if you're not close to Groot. Yeah, and you gotta know how to play this one. So the way this one works, I think I already said it at the beginning. Yeah. Alright, the scoop is going to be lit, and then there's 2 other shots that are lit. And the other shots are moving around. There's another shot with the scoop saver comes around. There's that shot. Sometimes depending on the machine, if you hold that left flipper up, damn, I gotta hit that shot. Sometimes you can hold this left flipper up and it'll settle in nicely and it'll just land back on the flipper. So might as well try and finish this. Yeah. So the second time you play Quill's Quest, the shots work the same, but you only get one ball. There's no ball multi-ball for you. There we go. Finally hit something. When that ball doesn't settle in the scoop, sometimes it comes out weird, so you have to be ready for it to come onto the right flipper. Oh, I thought that was lit. Quill's Quest 2 is actually an important secondary mode. It's a timer and it gives you 10% of whatever you got in the game up to that point. I think I had a 2 times multiplier, so I got 20% added to my score. So now we're into the modes that you're probably not going to have to worry about until you get better. Do that one. I'll do this. There's a trick to playing this one, and it's to use the Hadron Enforcers after you've gotten 3 of the shots in the mode already, and then hit Groot. You don't want to hit it right away. There's also a timer to choose modes. Oh wow. Wow, I almost got 80 million on the secondary. Wow, that's really good. Ah! So the shots for this mode are the lanes, and then the pop back, and the Groot shot. The catch with the Groot shot is you can finish the mode with it, but you have to hit it last. The only way to hit it last is by using the Hadron Enforcers. Oh, I got it right there. The Hadron Enforcers are these things right there that say HE by them, and there's one right here, and that's the last one I gotta hit. I used the Hadron Enforcers after I got at least 3 of those, and I was able to finish it with the Groot shot. If you hit the Groot shot too soon, then you have to finish the mode with this pop back shot, which 1 is hard to hit, and 2 sometimes it comes back in a bad way and it comes back fast. And if you hit the Groot shot too soon, you won't be able to finish that mode without hitting that shot. So now I'm into the other modes, Sibling Rivalry and Sanctuary. I think I still have a Hadron shot. I don't know. I guess I'll do Sibling Rivalry. This mode is stays on those ramps until you get in the scoop, and then it's 4 shots on the playfield. And if you hit the ramp, or if you hit the inner 2 shots, it switches to the other side. If you hit the 2 further out shots, and it stays on the same side. Oh, I finished the load. Cool. Well, that's an easy choice. One left. Damn! That was brutal. So at this point, this score would win in almost any tournament, unless you're playing against somebody who's really, really good at this game. Usually if you get like 150 million, that's going to win against most people if they don't know how to play the game. Yeah, I got a little more than that. The way Sanctuary works is you got to hit all the Hadron targets, and you can't use Hadron Enforcers on Sanctuary. Also, the other bad thing about Sanctuary is if you run out of time, it does not save your progress. So in order to get to some of the wizard modes later in the game, especially save Xandar, you have to go back and actually Demolition Initiative and save Xandar. You have to go back if you haven't gone far enough in the mode in order to light those. All right. I'm going to soft plunge this because I don't want to start the timer right away. I want to try and get actually I should probably try and get to Groot. That's probably the safest way to finish this. Alright, well, whatever. On the Hadron targets as much as I can. I think I just have to load your Yakuera. Oh yeah, you can also hit the right orbit. That counts as your leftmost shot. The good thing about the mode is when you come out of it, you have to hit shots from the moves. There we go. Demolition Initiative. This one can be creative, lucrative. If you want to keep it simple, just hit whatever's lit. The way it works though is like a certain amount of pops will kind of a shot. Shot. When you hit a shot, then that shot's lit again. So basically you have to hit the same shot twice in a row. the second time, then it's not lit anymore until basically you hit the super jackpot. That was an unusually bad Demolition initiative. Yeah. That was a very bad one. If you have a good one, you can get like billions of points. Not great. That bonus was 210 million though. So I can't play any of the modes again until I play Save Xandar. And all I have left is I gotta finish Orb Multiball and then that'll save Xandar. Might as well do that. Left outline is killer. I've had 2 extra balls. You don't normally get to play extra balls in tournaments, but so if I spell Guardians one more time, then I get a bonus multiplier. That shows you this up here. So if I hit this thing here 2 more times, I'll get like a 2 times bonus instead of a 1 times bonus. So right now my bonus is 104, so it'll be 208 and change if I hit that 2 times. I should probably soft plunge this. Yeah. At this point, I'm just trying to finish Orb Multiball so I can light Save Xandar. I like saving that. That was my main goal. Oh, come on. I guess it has to do with also. There we go. is how not to get to save power. Come on. Really? There we go. Basically, this one, keep it simple. Just hit little shots. If you hit every shot you hit after you hurt a certain amount of time you hurt away. I don't worry that much about it. Just try and hit a little bit of everything. Maybe try and get the easier shots to hit first, so you can use the big ones on the harder ones. That's, I mean, I got 2.7 billion, so it could be worse, but, man. That should have been like 5 billion or something. Anyway, there's the basics. I guess I could play one where I have Groot's mouth activated so you can see that. One good thing about Groot's mouth being activated is that it makes it a lot easier to get up into those pop bumpers. It makes can make antiques a little bit easier. That's too bad. That was not great. It's a lot easier to get those shot multipliers if you want to. dug myself a hole here. One switch hit. This is also good for antiques too, because switch hits or pink pop bumpers gives you good points on antiques too. Come on. Wow. Okay, that was really bad. I almost turned that around though. It's close to a multi-ball. Yeah, I can't end on that. I'm gonna do one more. Another quick tip, and this goes for a lot of pinball games in general. A lot of times if it's in somewhere, like if you shoot it into the orb, if you hit both flippers really quick, it'll kick it out faster. If you do that, it'll kick it out a little bit faster, which is kind of a big deal in this game because the timer doesn't stop. Finishing this, so. Okay, that's. Oh, that sucks. Well, my bonus is going to be like 4 million and change. Okay, but I'm close to Groot, so I'm going to do Yaka Arrow. There's no point in soft plunging at the beginning of modes because the timer just starts as soon as the mode starts. But if you start a ball in the middle of a mode, you can soft plunge it without starting the timer. Maybe I need to. There we go. Okay. All right. That was not great. That was a stupid journey. Okay, so good practice again. This time I can soft plunge without starting the timer, just hit right into Groot, so I should be okay. This is another time I'm going to hit the double flipper so it'll split out faster. When Groot's mouth is activated, I usually only want to put one ball in his mouth during the mode because I want to be able to finish the mode. I did not finish the mode. Oh, I might have got it. Did I get it? I think I got it. No, I didn't. I'm close to getting it. Yeah, if I would have finished Yaka Era, that bonus would have been good, but it's not. And normally in a tournament, you wouldn't be able to play again. And then might win if somebody has a bad game. I was one shot away from finishing that. Now my bonus is going to be a lot better. Because I got 1 million there, plus I got whatever I had before. I think I got 15 million with that. No, 14.1. I got 15 million. To get better at this game, this would be a good time to play Escape Zone. So I have Blue John's lit. The super jackpot shots on Groot are a lot harder when his mouth is activated. Well, it doesn't matter. That should have been a much better game. Oh well. Anyway, you get it. That's how you play Guardians of the Galaxy.